Okay. So first of all, I would like to ask you if you were born between 1981 and 1996.
I'm 97.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm gonna change the table in which I say that millennials. I need to change this because everyone in
No,
our.
no. You know what? I'm from 1996.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. You're not the first one. Lucas is from 97. Boss is from 97.
Yeah, we all.
Uh, and are you interested in having a job or even a career in consulting?
Yes, I am.
And what attracts you in that prospect?
Um, there are many things. I think the main thing is the diversity. Because you're not really bound to one industry or one function necessarily, because within consultancy firms, you are likely to work on projects that are concerning, for example, the automotive industry for one project, and then the next one you go to the health insurance industry or whatever. Also, you have a lot of opportunities to change functions. So you might work in human capital or human resources for a few years and then decide, okay, I want to do something with change management, or maybe you get some skills in technology, like in digital transformation, these kind of things, and then you can switch into that field as well. So you get a lot of opportunities, a lot of diversity.
Sorry, can you repeat the last part?
You get a lot of opportunities to do different things and a lot of diversity as well.
Okay, okay, okay. So, what do you take into consideration when you look for a job in consulting?
Um, so I look at different big companies because I think they offer most development opportunities. Um,
Okay.
and there I look for basically positions that either concern change management or HR for now.
Okay, and what are the characteristics of the job that you analyze, for example, when deciding in between two job opportunities?
Um, I mean, I look at the profile of the person they want. That's one thing. So if they say they want someone who is like really extremely technical, then I'm like, okay, no, that's not me. And then I look at also the opportunities they offer. For example, if they want someone who is really flexible and open and stuff like that, I'm like, okay, that probably shows that they want you to make a lot of overtime and they probably gonna make you work 100 hours a week. So that's not something I would be into. I'm looking more for the stable things.
So, would you say that you look for work-life balance?
Sorry?
Would you say that you look for work-life balance?
Yeah, for sure. Because I know that
Um,
many consultancy companies, I mean, the work will be intense anyways, but some will make you work more than others. So,
okay, so you really just look for the characteristics of the people, the characteristics of the job description, and eventually you will consider work-life balance.
exactly, yeah. And of course, like things you hear about the company itself, maybe experiences from people who are working there or have worked there, what they're saying, a bit about the culture, maybe how the company is doing in general at the moment.
Okay, so
Things.
what are the things about the culture that you would like to what are the things about the culture of the company that caught your attention?
Um, I want it to be, yeah, a friendly, learning centered culture. Um, so not too formal, not too, I mean, not necessarily not hierarchical, but just open so that you know that you have supervisors who you can contact who will help you and who will help you to grow. These are things that I really want to know if that's a thing at the culture, at the company.
Okay, so not hierarchical, it's what you said, or not too hierarchical. Would you
Yeah.
describe that for me a little bit?
I mean, it doesn't have to be. I mean, there will probably be a hierarchy, right? But I don't want the borders between the hierarchies be very strong. So, I mean,
Why?
obviously, I mean that the communication between the hierarchies, so that's a thing there. So that the supervisors or that the senior consultants, for example, that I don't think they're so much better than the associates or juniors don't really talk to you, but that there's a communication and a connection there.
Okay. So going back to the original culture, when you look for a job in consulting, you would say that you consider the culture of the organization, if it is open in
Yep.
terms of communication, if it is informal, and that you know, they're not very, like I said, like they're strict, you know, in a way that it's still a job, but it's not strict in regards to this is my job, this is your job, and I don't talk to you.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, you talked about the performance of the company. In what sense? How the company is doing? Why is that important for you?
Just to know, because like if they're not doing well, then might be a bit of a own goal to go there. So if well, there's maybe more for the medium-sized companies, right? So if you go to one of the big four, they will not go broke or whatever. But if you go to like a medium-sized company, then you can expect, okay, if they're not doing well, my opportunities there might be limited in the future.
Okay. So, out of the characteristics that you just mentioned, which one would you say it's most valuable for you, or that you would take extra attention when looking at a job opportunity in consulting?
Think it would be the informality and personal growth opportunities.
Okay. Sure. And which one would you be most willing to let go of, or you're most flexible about?
Possibly like a firm like the company's performance at the moment.
Okay. And what do you expect out of your coworkers at the company?
That they are like-minded, so like similar to me. Just like normal, that they're friendly, that they are helpful, that they're willing to create like a social group. I think they're just that.
What would create a sense of like-mindedness to you?
I feel like you can maybe compare that to the master program, because I feel like many of the people there are relatively like-minded, or a bit maybe similar in regard to their personality. And that's maybe something I would like to see in a company as well, so that you're not mixed with people who are completely opposite and who you have no connection with whatsoever.
So, I'm sorry to be insisting on this, but I need to understand this. Are you looking for like-mindedness, or are you looking just for a connection or an ability or an opportunity to connect with someone else or the people around you?
I think it goes together for me. Maybe like-mindedness in the sense that they also want to have a personal connection.
Okay, that would be enough for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be one thing. Yeah.
Okay. What about your superiors in the workplace? What do you expect out of them?
Well, because it's like my first job, I would want a bit of guidance. clarity in regard to what is expected, help every now and then, of course, but also, yeah, maybe clear feedback that helps me develop my skills and myself in the company.
Okay. And in how would you like to receive that clear feedback, or what is clear feedback for you?
So, for example, that you sit down once a month together, that you have the sense that they pay attention to what you do, and that they can help you improve. So, for example, they look at how I would then do my job, my tasks, and I would say, okay, we noticed that this and this is going well. This maybe needs improvement. Maybe you can do this additionally. All these, things.
Okay. Okay. So, and also opportunity you expect out of your superiors to give you feedback in a way that it gives you opportunity to develop yourself even further.
Yep.
Okay.
And just to do the job that I'm supposed to do as well as possible.
Yeah. Yes. And what do you expect out of the company?
You mean beyond my co-workers and supervisors?
Yeah, I mean the company as an entity.
Okay. Pay. Money. Yeah, that's one thing. Relative flexibility to, like, if I see opportunities for myself in the company, to support me in those. For example, learning programs, opportunities to go abroad, work in other countries, opportunities for promotions eventually, these things.
And which out of these, which one is the most important for you?
I think at the moment it's actually traveling and working in different countries, just because that's something I really want to do.
Okay. And when you talk about the salary,
Yeah.
what, like, when you say pay, it's like, what type of pay are you expecting? Or what do you expect to be able to do with the salary that you get?
Do you want to know in terms of a number or in terms of, yeah, I don't know.
Not numbers, because numbers at this point is really hard, but okay, I receive my salary and I'm able to, I don't know, pay for my rent.
These things, yeah. So salary, so that I can either have my own apartment or live together with my girlfriend. That I'm able to save a bit of money or pay back my student loan, and have enough money to go on 1 or 2 vacations a year for now.
Oh, Jesus, the connection. So can you repeat from the vacation part onwards? Because the connection went really sour.
Ah, shit. So wait, from where?
Said enough money to either live in an apartment or live with your girlfriend, enough money either to pay your student loan or save some money, and then go on vacation once a year. And
no, that's it basically.
That's basically it.
And
okay.
And of course, maybe have a bit of money left to live, like to not have to save on food, but to be able to go out every now and then, to go shopping. Basically it.
Okay. And what are you willing to offer in return for the company? What do you think it's your added value?
My added value is, I think, that I'm quite able to understand complexity and abstract things quite well, and then use them in practice or do something about them in practice. I think that I have a quite good understanding of humans because of my psychology background. just because of the way I am. Mm,
Mhm.
So I'm able to connect to most people, I think. I'm able to work with most people and understand their needs and how to approach them.
If I'm not going to ask you to do this, but if someone asked you to give examples of practical examples of those characteristics, would you be able to do so?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, good. And between two very similar job offers, what would make you choose one over the other?
Um, yeah, it's a good question. I haven't figured that out right now.
Again, internet.
I haven't really figured that out at the moment. But I have a few criteria. So that would be location, reputation of the people who work in that office, um, pay, and
Mhm.
just general feeling about the company or the people that I would be working with if I get to know them.
Okay. How would you assess the reputation of the people in the office?
I would try to talk to them, like sit down with one or two of them for coffee, talk to the recruiter, but also be open to what, for example, if I look for jobs in Rotterdam or Amsterdam at the moment, I would talk to people who I know work in consulting, what they have heard about these people and about the company.
Mhm. Okay. And what would make you leave your job in consulting?
Um,
Let's put it like this. What would make you leave your job in a consulting company,
mhm.
maybe to go to another one? And also, what would make you leave consulting altogether? Let's break it down like that.
I think one thing I would like if I figure out something in consulting or like a function where I'm like, okay, this is really me. This is something I could see myself doing for longer term. So let's, for example, say I really discover that I'm amazing at um, human resource compensation in automotive companies. And then I get a job offer from, say, Porsche or Mercedes, and they say, hey, do you want to work at us full time as an internal? I would say, yes, cool, I'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
And between consultancy companies, yeah, just if I know that someone has a lot of projects that could be interesting to myself, or if they have um, yeah, openings at a higher level, offer better benefit, better pay, more relaxed culture. If there are people that I like to work with, these things then could probably make me change.
So, on the latter example that you gave, I think, is it okay if I say that what would make you change consulting companies would be, first of all, more opportunities for growth, as well as more benefits, salary, whatever, and a nicer corporate culture?
Yeah, but that also depends how happy I'm with the current company. So if I'm somewhere and I really have pain points about my job, then I would obviously look for other companies that do not would not have these pain points.
And what do you see eventually as being possible pain points for you?
Um, Annoying coworkers or supervisors.
Can you please be a bit more specific regarding the annoying?
So I'll just take an example from Bolster, right?
Sure.
So wondering if Lucas said the same though. So there's this one partner who is our partner slash founder who
Oh,
is
yeah.
very difficult to work with. Because he is, I think he thinks he's very intelligent and very important. So he has a very high opinion of himself,
Mhm.
and he's not very good at communicating what he wants from you. And
Mhm.
if you mix that, that is quite dangerous because he gives you instructions, which are quite unclear, and you do that, and you deliver something to him, and then he's like, "This is complete bullshit. That's not what I want. Please change it," without really helping you to really get what he wants.
Mhm.
So that would be something if I had a supervisor like that who would go on my nerves every fucking day. Yeah, that would be an extreme pain point.
Okay. Okay. Um, I think that is all from my end. I don't know if you have any more insights that maybe you think that would be interesting for me to know from you, or if you have any questions that I may answer.
Mm, yeah, what exactly is your topic? That's what I'm wondering.
Are human resources policies in consulting companies aligned with millennials' expectations?
Ah, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop recording now, okay?
Yeah,
So we
sure.
can talk about this.
Yeah.
Um,